Boys, I'm sorry. Boys, I had to tried to upload this, but then it just decided to mute on me, and then now. So boys, so we're back with Cartoon Fairies episode 2, boys. And I guess we're talking about Norm Press. I didn't really yeah, boys, but don't worry, boys. We're gonna get back to Nathan's Hard Thursdays on like next Thursday, boys. I promise. Yeah, yeah, boys. So Norman Price is from Fireman Sam, and it says that he was rescued by Fireman Sam like 57 times, boys. That is insane. That is insane fame. Like, bro, this kid might be worser than Daniel Tiger. Like, yeah. Well, like, possibly, yeah. Boys, let's get right to it.
Don't compromise quality insurance for savings or your time for this ad. Hit that skip button. Or
I will be the greatest king ever!
Hey everyone, ever since I finished my Arthur's Missing Pal special, which you should definitely watch, I've been going over the list of my Patreon commissioned reviews I still need to do. One of the shows I got requested to cover was Fireman Sam. I'll be completely honest, I had never heard a thing about this show until I got commissioned to make a video.
Right.
I will be the greatest king ever!
Yeah, boys. That's really what he sounds like. That's really what Norman Price sounds like, boys. Yeah. He really is in this. I will be the greatest king ever! No, you won't. You're the freaking devil.
Ever since I finished my
You're the
Arthur's
freaking
Missing
king
Pal
of
special,
hell, bro.
which you should definitely watch, I've been going over the list of my Patreon commissioned reviews I still need to do. One of the shows I got requested to cover was Fireman Sam. I'll be completely honest, I had never heard a thing about this show until I got commissioned to make a video about it. But the more I looked into it, I quickly discovered the show has one of the most deplorable cartoon brats ever put on screen. Not only is Norman Price one of the most annoying brats I've ever seen in a cartoon, but I am not kidding when I say he might be the most dangerous kid I've talked about on my channel. If DW was born out of Hellfire, then Norman Price is the one who started that fire. It's one thing to tattle on your brother or throw his model plane out the window, but to burn down multiple buildings is a whole other level of crazy. This kid is such a fire freak, he's
Yeah, boys. This is like the most dangerous kid on Earth.
to set up pool on
Most
fire.
dangerous
And I know
cartoon
you're
brat
probably
on
asking
Earth.
yourself, is Matt just talking about this show because every other cartoon YouTuber has already made a video on it? And the answer is no. I was actually commissioned to talk about this show ages ago by my lovely patron, Miss Kedaberry. Actually, she commissioned me to talk about Froggy Fantasy, but a certain someone already made a video about that episode.
You snooze, you lose, pal.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey everyone, I'm Snipe Snap, but maybe you knew that already. I heard that you were finally making a Norman Price video after every YouTuber and his brother already made one, so I just wanted to personally congratulate you on being fashionably late to the party.
Okay, yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to jumping on the latest cartoon trends, but one thing I haven't really seen anyone talk about is the original British version of the series. Like a lot of UK-based cartoons, Fireman Sam had two different dubs. There's the original version with British voice actors, and then the second dub with Americans, which was the version shown in the US.
I just need to get rid of all this old ash from the last drill before we light the cribs.
I just need to get rid of all this old ash from the last drill before we light the fires.
This was pretty standard practice for a lot of international cartoons, the most popular examples being Bob the Builder and Thomas the Tank Engine.
You're a very naughty engine, he said to Thomas.
You're a very naughty engine, he said to Thomas.
And let me just say, as someone who grew up with the American version of Thomas, George Carlin absolutely blows Ringo Starr out of the water.
Say that to my face!
Are you still here?
I will not stand here and let you besmirch our beloved British cartoons.
You're not even standing.
Ringo Starr is the superior Thomas narrator. End of discussion.
Maybe he would.
Yeah, boys. He's yeah, boys. And even like Norman Price tried to held his friend hostage inside the video Spy Games. He said to hold his friend hostage. This for a freaking movie, bro. If you think Daniel Tiger's worse, then wait till you see what I'm about to say next, bro. This kid decided to burn down the whole forest of Patty Pan. Patty Pam, and really over a freaking sausage, bro. Like, bro, this kid is just
Same
insane.
monotone for every character. I'm Thomas and I'm feeling sad. I'm Percy and I'm feeling happy. 60,000 subscribers. All Elvis whines that he's already finished cleaning. No, seriously, that's what he sounds like.
I've already finished, Fire Captain Steel.
He sounds like Little Brown Bear if only one of his balls dropped. And while you might think that voice is annoying, it's nowhere near as baffling as what he sounds like in the original dub.
I've already finished, Station Officer Steel.
I can't tell if his voice actor is gargling marbles or if that's what Welsh people thinks Elvis sounds like. Officer Steele says the truck needs to look clean, pristine, and gleaming. Elvis says that they already do. Oh, no, because Jupiter is still covered with spots. See? Spot there, spot there, spot there, spots everywhere. Officer Steele heads off to have an affair with Postman Pat, claiming he needs to quote-unquote polish his favorite beauty, Bessie. I'm guessing Bessie is what Postman Pat calls his knob. Meanwhile, the local kids are playing a game of castles and kings.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Yes.
Norman demands to be the king, since he's always the king whenever they play.
I'm always the king when we play Castles and Kings.
No, you're not. No, you're not, bro. You're not always the king, bro. You can't always be the king, bro. That's a little bit dumb.
And Queens, Norman.
Shut the f up, Mandy. Norman pries the crown out of poor James's hands. So I guess that means Norman is cosplaying as Charles I. If we're lucky, maybe the episode will end with him reenacting his execution. Norman forces James to be his knight and makes him wear his mother's old hat as a costume, because apparently there's nothing more humiliating than forcing a boy to wear women's clothing.
It's a brave knight's hat.
So from what I've heard so far, American Norman sounds like Caillou going through late-stage puberty. Surely his UK voice can't be more annoying than that.
I'm always the king.
No.
It's what brave knights used to wear, James.
No.
I'd be the king of dragons.
How did kids in the UK watch this and resist the urge to cut off their own ears? Don't get me wrong, American Norman is no feast for the ears, but at least he still sounds like an actual child. UK Norman sounds like Shrek if he impregnated Gingy. I don't know whose idea it was to have Norman and Sam voiced by the same person, but they've clearly earned their seat in hell. Let's continue.
Yes.
Griffiths arrives to give the kids a dragon dummy for them to play with. Norman is thrilled to be king of the dragons, until he sees the cardboard cutout is a piece of crap.
It's not green, and it doesn't breathe fire.
Well, sir, if you were as well versed in dragon tales as I am, you would know that not all dragons are green or breathe fire, you ignorant ignoramus. Mr. Griffiths apologizes for his cardboard calamity and offers to spruce it up to make it more dragony. Norman insists on going with him, as he's clearly the expert on all things scaly and cold-blooded. Back at the fire station, Sam cleans out all the ash from the smokehouse, while Elvis tries to use the fire hose to wash the truck. I don't like where this is going. Elvis ends up blasting Sam with the hose, and gets the truck even dirtier than before. Nice work, numbnuts. Sam goes inside to get some lotion, since his face is looking a little ashy. Meanwhile, Officer Steele is polishing Bessie when he gets interrupted by Norman's ear-grating voice.
Hello, Station
Alright,
Officer
bro.
Steele.
Steele is about to lay into the Ammonford arsonist until he sees he's with Griffiths. And is it just me, or is there some major Yowie vibes going on between these two?
I'm here.
Oh, Gareth, I didn't see you there.
Looks like Bessie isn't the only one getting scrubbed down by Steele. Norman wants to make the dragon fly by attaching it to a rocket, though I think we'd all prefer if he was the one attached to the rocket. The demonic Daywalker spots a box of firelighters and insists on using them to make the dragon breathe fire, cause cardboard and fire is always a great combo. Mr. Griffiths tells Norman using real fire would be far too dangerous.
Only if you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, to be fair, Norman is an expert when it comes to starting fires. It's putting them out that's the problem. Norman has Griffiths get the paint off the shelf, and the old bastard makes the tragic mistake of turning his back for 5 seconds. Back at the fire station, Elvis is jealous he can't join the other firefighters in the smoke room to play.
Well, boys, so I'm gonna end it right here, boys. So, guys, goodbye.